Yo, it's Guido coming at you with a tactics talk, and today we're gonna talk about the G Row, which has been a bit of a thorn in my side. I'm gonna get it to 100 battles though. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the Conqueror GC. Quite a good gun, and not a whole lot else going for it. This is one of the slowest tanks in the game, quite honestly, even with a turbo. It just struggles to get anywhere on the map. The thing about a tank like this though is try to just be hard to kill, you know. I don't care for it because I can't be as aggressive as I would like with it. The problem with pushing a flank with this thing is you're just never going to get anywhere else, and it's hard to move from cover to cover. It's just so slow. So here we are on Himmel's Karelia Dorf, and I'm just sort of trying to figure out a way to be effective to some extent. Notice that nobody went around the corner down there in the heavy brawling zone. So I'm just going to back here. I'm going to use the spotting circle here to kind of figure out where's the spot here I can sit. And as you can see, I'm not that familiar with this kind of gameplay because I don't do it very much. So I'm trying to figure out where can I get to where I can see these guys and get a shot or two, but also not get automatically spotted and annihilated, because this thing just, the armor on it is not so much. So that works. Starting to find some shots on guys who are coming around the corner. They're kind of pushing in. That's very nice. To some extent, I'm using the fact that we don't have very many guys on this flank to my advantage. So I want to get the shots outside of spotting range by them, as long as we have the Thunderbolt. Unfortunately, the Stare runs off, but there is a T-43 sitting there. So take a look at where they're positioned, where my ring is, that outer ring right here, the white one. So as long as they're not inside that, I am impossible to be spotted. I am impossible to be spotted. We'll just go with that. They can't spot me. We're sneaking some shots on the AMX M4. Knocked down the tree. I didn't really want to do that, but I did. Someone could blind shoot here. Then I started to have trouble kind of killing this guy at this point. Like, oh my gosh, he's a one-shot. Can we just kill him off, please? And everything else is looking okay. In fact, we have a pretty good push going on, and unfortunately, this is a fairly classic example that I talk about a lot, where we win a flank over there, but they just keep pushing in. We finally kill that dude off. That's a good kill, and I'm starting to feel kind of good about this game for the moment, but I'm very worried that that big push is just going to be walking in. Look how many TDs are on the enemy team. I mean, they're just getting shot. The artillery is raining on them. They're in the open right there, and it's just looking pretty ugly. We lose our T-43, so I'm going to back out a little bit more. Notice, once again, if we take a look at the spotting ring here, where the white ring is, these guys don't have to come around that corner, and that's the corner right there, too far before I start getting spotted. So I've got to kind of do the retrograde backpedal thing, and if they come around the corner, great. Like this Tiger P looks like he wants to. I'm just going to keep backing out. And I was like, oh, come on, man, just do it. All right, Jackson shows up. See if we can take a shot at him, maybe thump him once. There we go, that works. Keep backing out. Notice they're just about to where they can spot me. Unfortunate. I kind of wanted to shoot the KV-2 because I knew I had a better chance of pinning them. But the Tiger P was sort of in the way. And unfortunately, they killed the Thunderbolt off. So now I'm relying on the Stare WT. And I'm wondering right now, all right, Stare, are you smart enough to spot and not shoot? We're about to find out. But then we get a guy coming around the inside, and this really breaks down this defense. Unfortunately, we can get spotted by this guy who's now moving through the middle, and this whole idea of keeping them outside of the spotting range just is breaking down at this point. Tiger P's trying to get up there, and I'm just trying to back out. I want that T-43 not to see me if at all possible. Notice that our push is getting shredded up there. We lost the WT, who tried to move, it looks like, or maybe fired and then tried to move. The BZ and the T-25/2 are the only guys that are left over there. I'm going to keep punishing this Yag Panther who came out. And then the T-43 comes up and over, and now I'm spotted, and this is not good. Good kill on the JP. He doesn't get a shot on me, and I'm able to just get behind this. The BZ's moving up there, but he's still fighting multiple tanks. It still doesn't look like too bad of a deal for us. That Artie went in, and I think both those hit that guy. I didn't see any splash, although they may have gone far enough over the edge that I didn't see the splash. And, yep, it looks like they did hit him pretty well. I'm going to try to shoot this guy if we can. Oh, and he just gets away. I really wish I'd have pickled that off, to be honest. But we get the KV-2 moving up. Put a thump into him and back out. That did get us lit. I think it would have been smarter maybe to scooch back. I might have been able to shoot without getting lit there. It didn't matter, though, because he already got him. I'm up to 2,137 and then get rained on by the S-51. T-43 is still a problem. And if you look at this doesn't look too bad right now. It's 6-6. I really wish those guys hadn't pushed into their campers, to be honest. Would have been nicer if some of them had come back this way, clean up this push by the enemy, and then we'll all go in and deal with the campers. Unfortunately, pretty quickly here, we're going to start losing significant numbers of tanks over there. And the problem is it's just so hard to push that cap if you only have one flank to do it from. Bit of a bad shot. I really wish I'd have started shooting just regular AP right in here. I think that hit him. Didn't kill him, unfortunately. BZ-58's dead. And the Basoto's about to get killed. And pretty quickly they're going to clean up that push into their campers there. T-43 is a huge thorn in my side right now. Getting rid of him would be amazing. Su-100 is trying to figure it out, but he's on that back edge. There goes the Basoto. T-150 is down in the middle in the swamp. More than likely he can't get away. Probably locked in by the Hellcat. 25/2 is taking hit. There he goes. And that whole push is now dead. And that frees up all their campers. And even campers will look at this and start to figure out that now they've won that flank. There's some TDs camping on our team. Me, the Su-100Y, 2 artillery, and there goes the 150. So really, at this point, and that's where I finally put in, I'm like, stop pushing. But it's way too late for that. They've all pushed into their death. And from here, then, I switch gears. A lot of times people ask me about, how do you do 3 mark and all that. Well, you play as well as you can. Wins always count. Not count, but are generally better because wins typically you get more damage in. Not always, but... So winning's important, but at some point you may need to change gears and just go to be as hard as you can be to kill and get as many hit points and shots in. So the idea is get a shot and figure out how to get another one. And you may not be able to bring that all the way to a win, but you can certainly increase your damage. So I'm swinging back this way, hoping that maybe I can find something that is pushing the Jackson. I was also kind of hoping the 100Y would be able to deal with the T-43, but he's not, so that's no bueno. Unfortunately, down goes that feller, and now I'm working around my own. That worked. So try not to hit my own Su-14-1. All right, there's a shot. Let's try to figure out another one. There's a lot of them coming up here. I have a T-43 behind me. We've got some guys in front of me. Now, what I don't want to do, I really don't want to sit right here because if the T-43 comes up behind me, he can shoot me in the back, and I'm highlighted now for all the guys down here. So I'm going to go ahead and hide behind this rock a little bit, at least keep the T-43 from seeing me automatically. And we'll just sit here and maybe somebody will kind of run in. Guess I changed my mind, probably because the Su-14 is looking from that way. We'll come up here, we'll take a shot at him. Fantastic. Take that guy out. Let's move forward. Just in case there's somebody behind me shooting up, we'll head off this way. Okay, there we go. So we've lit the Hellcat. He missed. Turn back around. See which way that guy wants to go. Get stunned. We fix the stun. He comes around. We'll shoot him, and we're going to go for the ram. Keep moving. We got the Rudy right behind us, so we don't want to just sit there and let him shoot us again. He out-reloads us. Swing around. Just can we get the one more shot? Oh, auto-aim. And then finally killed. Finally killed by the T-34 2GFT. And crank the damage up from around 2,000 to 3,143. There might even be a blind shot in there, potentially. 348 assists and 4 kills. In a losing effort, albeit a losing effort. But it's easy to kind of give up in this game. It was an even game for a long time, and then it just looked like it was over. So I'll see a lot of guys, they'll just sort of get into a corner and they'll just wait for the one shot. And that's an option. You can, and I do that on occasion too. Depends on the situation. But I think really a little bit of maneuver, a little bit of effort, a little bit of trying, and quite often, not always, sometimes you just get killed, shot in the back or whatever. But a lot of times you can increase that damage, get a few more kills, and that's always good, especially if you're still grinding. I mean, if it's in a premium or something, you're attempting to get more damage so you can get more credits. That's important. Or if you're grinding and you want to get more experience, stats in general is just to never give up. That does get more difficult as the games go on. If you do a long session, you can find yourself getting kind of tired of getting thumped all the time, and maybe that kind of effort right there really isn't in you. But I will say in general, if you're always looking to try to get one more shot, you're probably doing the right thing. That's all I've got for today, guys. Have a good one. We will see you.